and welcome to Fandemically Reviewed, part of the Fandemic. This is a podcast about the things you love and the voices that do and don't. Each episode, I'll ask the question that we all ask ourselves every time we watch a movie or TV show. Where the hell do I know that person from? I'll take a look at the directors, the writers, and the actors. Look at some of their IMDb credits, read some of the best and worst reviews that I can find based on title alone. I'll even give you my own thoughts as well. Also, you can make up your own damn mind if you want to watch this or not in under 30 minutes. I'm the self proclaimed emperor of awesome, Bradley Butin. This is Fandemically Reviewed. Let's get right into it. We're talking the Acolyte. There's a lot going on in the Acolyte. I understand all the hate, everything that's out there. I'm going to try to keep everything pretty much as even as I can. So I'm watching. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so of course I'm going to watch it. Do I love this show? Absolutely not. Um, but it's still Star Wars, and there is some good things in there. We just have to look to find it, and that's okay. So let's talk episode 4, titled Day. This was released on June the 18th on Disney Plus. Now, IMDb, the first 2 episodes was rated at a 4.4. Then the episode 3 was a 4.3. And you know what? Right now, currently, we are at with all 4 episodes. We're at a 3.5 out of 10. Now, the actual show itself, the episode itself, is at a 5.1, so it's the highest rated show. However, it's just dropping horribly right now, but that's okay. We'll go over some reviews. Maybe we're gonna see that, yeah, these are just trolls. They're not even watching the episode and they're just rating. But let's figure that out. Let's take a look at the Rotten Tomatoes. On the tomato meter, it started with the first 2 episodes at a 92%. It dropped to an 85%. It's currently at an 84%. Now, the audience score, this one is started at 29%. And now 24% after episode 3, and it's at a 14% audience score as of right now on Rotten Tomatoes. I will say that this did get better than the last episode, but that last episode was really bad. There's no denying that. But let's just keep going. All right. IMDb, the synopsis of this episode. Racing to the next target, the Jedi head to a new world as they close in on the clever assassin. Yeah, it's negotiable, but the creator, Leslie Headland, single drunk female, Black Monday, Russian doll, bachelorette. If you have not seen Russian doll, watch it. It is freaking great. Episode 4 was directed by Alex Garcia Lopez. He directed Cowboy Bebop. I loved the live action Cowboy Bebop that was on Netflix, and I loved it. It was so good. He's directed some of The Witcher, Punisher, Daredevil. So you know you're going to get that grit. You know what I'm talking about. This episode was written by Leslie Headland, Cor Adana, and Claire Keichel. So Leslie Headland, again, she wrote Russian Doll, About Last, Cor Adana, Mr. Robot, The Imperfects, and Claire Ketchel, Watchmen, one of the writers of Watchmen, and the OA. OA is a great show, too. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's on Netflix. I think there's like 3 seasons there. Last season, I couldn't get into, but the first 2 was fantastic. So, main stars in the episode is Amandla Stenberg. She plays May and Osha. Hunger Games, everything. Lee Young Ja, he's Master Soul. Hunt, New World, Squid Games. Charlie Barnett, he plays Yord Fandar, Men in Black, Private Romeo, Russian Doll, Chicago Fire PD, all those shows. Daphne Keene, she plays everybody's favorite Padawan, Jackie Lawn. Maybe not everybody's, but I like her. Logan, his Dark Materials. Manny Jacinto, he plays Queemer. And he was in The Good Place, Nine Perfect Strangers, Top Gun Maverick. Rebecca Henderson, she's Vernesta Rowe. She's in Rushing Doll, Inventing Anna, and Werewolves Within. Jonas Suetamo, he plays Cal Naka. And he is actually the person who's in Chewbacca in Solo, episode 7, 8, and 9. Paul Bunyan, or Bullion, I'm sorry. He is Master Lakshay. He's been in The Witcher, Peaky Blinders, Dracula Untold, and The Bastard Executioners, and as well as Vikings Valhalla. Indra Ove, she plays Master Holden. She's been in Resident Evil, Interview with the Vampire, Fifth Element, and she was even in episode 9. Derek Arnold, yes, he is Master Coyote Mundi. And if that name sounds familiar, this is the connecting piece to the prequels. So, yep. I think this was a mistake, but it wasn't my mistake to make. Let's here's my disclaimer. I base the reviews I choose solely on title alone, and I have not read through them. Please forgive me if I mispronunciate words. I normally know talk good. I will do my best to read them as I see it. Punctuation, good, bad, and all. All right, so let's start with some bad. All right, I got a 2-star review from IMDb from today and the 19th of June, I guess I should say. This one is called How Do Other Reviewers That Have Nothing Positive to Say Justify Giving This Episode an 8+ rating? This is a spoiler-free review. I read all the user reviews before writing this, and I'm confounded by how many people write a review where the most complimentary thing they say is, well, at least it wasn't entirely terrible for the entire episode, and then give it an 8 out of 10. I think reviews are subjective. I mean, if you find something that you absolutely loved, it's going to raise that score, plainly put. Some of you are back to the review. Some of you are being far too generous with your scores, simply because you want to believe the show will get better, and or because the episode wasn't as terrible as the previous episode, which would be pretty hard to accomplish. Honestly, the only reason I didn't give this a 1 out of 10 is because the final scene was kind of cool. Will I continue watching the show? Probably. It's like watching a car crash. You can't look away even if you want to. You're right there. You are. And I think you're mad because people are rating what they want to rate it. If you're going into like, hey, I want to do this is my feelings, then that's valid. Let's do another bad review. All right. This one is a 1 out of 10 from IMDb, dated the 19th of June of 2024. And this one is called Leslie Has No Idea How to Write Mysteries or Anything at All for that matter, but she will fake it till Disney breaks. All right. Poison guy Jason Mendoza totally gave it away. He is Smilo Ren with all those on no scene where he acts like I am definitely not your master under disguise, watching you to see if you are going to follow my crazy orders. And of course, May has a sudden change of character spoilers, right in front of him because she read on the script that this was the best moment to generate some sister thug on the heartstrings drama. And of course, he went ahead and murdered the Wookiee himself. off screen to prevent the show from spending additional $1 million to make a Wookiee fight like a Jedi. Frame May so she keeps the plot from a dead stop and enters the scene to provide both a cliffhanger and a trailer scene. Um, yeah, there's a couple things in there. You have a cool Wookiee and do some cool Force stuff, like Force brought a bow in episode 2 and bent it in half. And then you kill him off screen. That's kind of dumb. And I know they're like, ooh, they're trying to make this mystery, but yeah, that's not wasn't cool at all. And that helmet is very, very reminiscent of a Joker Kylo Ren, which is dumb. So cool. I dig you, man. I like your review. Let's do another bad review. All right, this is the last and final bad review. Halfway through and still wondering the Acolyte's unexpected filler. Warning, this is from June 19th, 2024. Warning, spoiler. Episode 4 of Disney's The Acolyte series is an unexpected filler, especially baffling considering the series only has 8 episodes, each lasting a mere 35 to 50 minutes. One would think that with such a limited runtime, every moment would be packed with meaningful content, but episode 4 proves otherwise. The bulk of the episode is spent meandering through a forest devoid of engaging dialogue or significant plot development. The character's journey through the woods feels aimless, with long stretches of silence that fail to build tension or advance the storyline in any meaningful way. The entire purpose of the episode seems to be set up the final scene, which introduces the antagonists displaying their powers. However, this brief moment hardly justifies the 30 minutes of uneventful wandering that precedes it. Overall, episodes 4 lackluster script and absence of compelling content make it disappointing midpoint for the Acolyte. With only 4 episodes remaining, one can only hope that the series picks up the pace and delivers a more engaging narrative in the episodes to come. That's fair. Cool. All right. So we heard the best that I could find of the worst. So let's hear some of the good reviews. Okay, I have a 10 out of 10. And this one is dated for June 19th, 2024, and is called A Masterpiece of Galactic Proportions. Warning, spoilers. In the pantheon of television history, there are episodes that entertain, episodes that captivate, and then there's The Acolyte. Episode 4, a transcendent piece of storytelling that not only redefines the medium, but elevates it to an art form. This episode is nothing short of a magnum opus, a tour de force, or thread, that will be remembered as the zenith of TV excellence. Visuals that redefine epic, from the sweeping vistas of Kofar to the intricate details of the Jedi robes. The production design in episode 4 is a feast for the eyes. Each frame is meticulously crafted, painting worthy of being hung in the halls of a Coruscant itself. A symphony of performances that the cast delivers performances so powerful they resonate with the power of the force of 1,000 suns. Daphne Keen's portrayal of the conflicted protagonist is a masterclass in acting, capturing the essence of a character torn between light and dark with nuance and depth. Okay. A cliffhanger that echoes through the time. The episode concludes with a cliffhanger so gripping it sends shockwaves through the narrative space-time continuum. It leaves viewers on the edge of their seats, hearts racing, minds whirling with possibilities. the pinnacle of Star Wars storytelling. This episode is not just a chapter in a TV series. No, it's a pivotal moment in Star Wars lore. It weaves a tale so rich and complex, it feels like the Force itself has guided its creation. In conclusion, The Acolyte, episode 4, is not just the best episode of TV of all time. It's a celestial event that will be looked back upon as a defining moment when television transcended into legend. May the Force be with you, for you have just witnessed greatness. Yeah, uh, we have witnessed grace. We have witnessed greatness. Yeah. All right. Sure. Let's keep this going on some more good reviews. Okay, this one is a 9 out of 10, and it's called Actually Watchable. Dated 19th of June of 2024. Warning, spoilers. Listen, this episode was not perfect in any way, shape, or form. But compared to last week's abomination of an episode, this was actually super solid. Dialogue was not making me completely cringe the whole time, anyways. A good score, tons of Jedi. Kai Adimundi and Plo Koon, an immediate 10/10 in my book. And that Sith, wow, that Sith actually seems terrifying. I'm genuinely excited for next week's episode. Not just to diss it, but because I genuinely want to know what happens next. The show might have some hope yet. Yes, it's not perfect, but it was enjoyable, and that is good enough for me. You know what? I like this review a lot. Good job, man. Where was Plo Koon? Did I miss that? So I'm gonna have to go back through there because I don't remember seeing Plo Koon. So you have to let me know. So more good reviews. Oh, this one is simply called Great Ending, and it is from the 19th of June of 2024. Not going to spoil anything here, but after that ending, I can't wait for the next episode. The show has kept me so intrigued episode to episode. To all you haters out there that haven't given the show a chance, I'd highly recommend the series. It's been one of the stronger entries of Star Wars television thus far. I put it up there just under Andor and season 1 of The Mandalorian. I'm hoping for a good future of Star Wars and that the showrunners can see past the biased negative reviews. They're obviously doing something right since so many people are watching the series and it has a high critic score. Yeah, it doesn't. You know what? I agree with you. I put this under Andor, but I hated Andor. So like I don't like this more than Andor. We could talk about it in here, but I just don't dig. I don't like the story that's telling. So that's okay. One more good review. Way better than the previous one. This is 7 out of 10. And warning, spoilers from 19 of June 2024. This is a very good episode, way better than the previous one. For now, I would dare to call it the best one. It's such an improvement over the third episode. Yeah. The characters of May and Osha were actually interesting, and I really liked the scenography of Kofar. Based on this episode, it looks like the villain of the whole series will not be May, but the mysterious Sith. At first, May wanted to kill Jedi Master Kalnaka. Later, she decided to surrender to the Jedi, but when she arrived at Kalnaka's house, she found him dead. Then the Jedi also arrive at Kalnaka's house, and behind them, the Sith appears. He easily overpowered a group of experienced Jedi. Before the series launched, I had watched some YouTube videos with theories that the Jedi probably wouldn't want to reveal that there's a danger in the form of a dark side user to the rest of the order, and it actually is what happened. They found out that someone must have trained May, and they decided to keep it to themselves. In the next episode, we'll probably get some more lore surrounding the mysterious Sith, and hopefully his title will be revealed. His armor looks very well done. I really like his helmet. The row of teeth on it make it look very scary and menacing. By and large, it was a pretty good episode, and I'm excited for the next one. It looks like the rest of the series will be very good and exciting. Can't wait. I'm excited for the next one too. And when I say I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars, doesn't mean I'm not going to ever watch it again. Um, this one was better than 3. I have a couple problems, and it's gonna depend on how they do it, but you brought in, Master Coyote Mundi, and he is the one that delivers the line in Phantom Menace that the Sith have been gone for a millennia. So I don't know. What are you gonna do for that? I don't know, man. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to see how everything turns out. And I hope by the end, I'm like, man, I was wrong. The show is fantastic. Man, I'm gonna watch this again. What am I missing? But there's just something I can't get over. Anyway, those are my thoughts. We're still pretty good on time here. We're sitting at 21 minutes. Now it's up to you to decide on Acolyte episode 4. How would you rate this episode? Uh, who would you say would be the best actor? For me, it was probably Daphne Keene. Worst actor, probably Amandla. I don't know. The story isn't really super convincing. Cinematography was great. I'm kind of mad they killed the Wookiee off scene. And the whole flying Sith thing was whatever. I don't know. If you want to find me from here, follow me. You can go to Facebook at the Fandemic, TikTok at Fandemic1, Instagram at the Fandemic1. If you feel there's more of a conversation, feel free to reach out and let's talk. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next guest on the Fandemic. If you want to support the show, there are several ways to do so. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Fandemic. Find me on Patreon at patreon.com/PVOTN Fandemic. PayPal or Venmo at Bradley Butin. Most importantly, just share the show with someone you want to make a little more awesome. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review. If you like this, check out All Things Fandemic and hear all the fun conversations with myself, Brian, and whoever else wants to talk. You can also order my kids' books, Leveling Up My Awesome and Stuffed Animal Night Force versus the Dream Invaders on Amazon, or contact me for autographed copies. I got a couple more books I'm working on right now. I'm hoping to have out in the next few weeks, probably by the end of July. So, all right, here it is. The Acolyte, episode 4. You just got fandemically